You ever catch yourself judging someone online? Not because what they're saying is wrong, but because deep down you know that you could have said it better. Happens to me all the time. This is so common. And it's not about being mean or being petty. It is about your suppressed potential. Jealousy and criticism and envy are usually misdirected signs that you are meant to speak, but you're not letting yourself. By the way, click the link in the description to join my email list because I would love for you to be there. Okay, let's continue. The root of this criticism is obviously not about the other person. We all know that. I think a lot of people do think their negative reactions are about the other person. It's usually just a mirror, right? That frustration that we feel that, oh my God, this is so basic. I could do so much better than this. That's you watching someone else live out your unfulfilled potential, your unlived expression. It's projection, displacing your own dissatisfaction onto someone else. So you're not actually annoyed at their content. You're annoyed at the version of you that keeps holding back. There are many signs that you are suppressing your voice. One of them is that you feel a physical reaction when you hear someone talk about a topic that you care deeply about. You start critiquing their delivery, even though the message might be fine, because you're trying to find a reason to dismiss them so that you can justify not having done it already yourself. And then you'll think to yourself, they're only popular because of their looks or because of this certification that they have or because of the algorithm or because of they have an audience full of dumb idiots. This defensiveness is just showing up because your ego is like getting bruised a little bit. And you might feel a sense of restlessness after you consume their content. That is because it's reminding you of what you are not doing. So it's almost like it's like lighting a fire under your ass, but it's very uncomfortable. And it starts to, for me in my experience, it starts to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm wasting time. What am I doing? Because I will look at this other person and see if this fucking idiot can have as much success as they have and as large of a following, and they're talking about something that I know more about and I can talk about better, and I wonder how long it took for them to grow to this point, and if I haven't started yet, like, I better fucking get my ass in gear. Envy, when you feel envy towards someone, that is pointing to your potential. So it's not a flaw to feel this way. You're getting feedback because you don't envy things that aren't meant for you. The reason that you're envious of that person is not random. It's because they have activated something in you that is yet unexpressed. And emotionally, this creates a sense of urgency, even grief, like because your soul knows that it's wasting time. So instead of focusing on this other person and why did they have all that success, ask yourself, why not me? Why not me? Right? There is a fear here. There's a fear that needs to be addressed because there's clearly a reason why you haven't gotten started, right? And why you haven't spoken up. It's not that you can't speak. It's that you are afraid of what will happen if you do. And this could be so many different things. Judgment, being misunderstood, failing publicly. The thing is, ironically, staying silent will guarantee the very thing that you're afraid of, being overlooked. If you do not put yourself out there, put your creation into the world, use your voice, express yourself, you will be overlooked. And while I'm not saying everyone needs to put themselves out there and everyone's meant to be in the spotlight and there's something wrong with being overlooked, but you know if you're someone who has a message to share and you have a gift to give and you have something that you're supposed to put out into the world, I swear I know that you know it if it's you. It's a feeling, it's an undeniable feeling inside, like I've got to do this thing. I have to do this thing. It starts to become the pain of keeping it contained inside you. It gets to a point where it outweighs the pain and the fear of releasing it into the world. Because suppressing your expression fragments your identity. And you start to live a life that doesn't reflect who you really are. That is unbearable. Not to mention that when you don't express yourself, you will start to resent those who do. And this is a truth that most people don't want to admit. The more that someone embodies what you aren't allowing in yourself, the more they're going to irritate you. The longer that you stay silent, the louder that your internal criticism becomes, not just toward others, but toward yourself. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, a cycle that feeds itself and just continues to grow and gets stronger and more painful and also harder to escape. That resentment is a cry for alignment, for finally stepping into your own visibility. I promise you're not imagining it. You are meant to be heard. You wouldn't be so stirred up by other people's voices if you weren't meant to find your own. And no, the world and the internet are not too saturated. Your voice, your lens, your way of seeing things, and your way of saying what is in your heart, that matters. Continuing to stay silent is not doing you any favors. It's not doing anyone else any favors. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You just need to start. You just need to start somewhere. Post something. Say something. Film something. Say it how you say it. You don't need to match someone else's tone, someone else's structure, their strategy, their method. Just say what you're dying to say. It doesn't need to be perfect. You're not trying to win here. It's not a competition. You win by no longer betraying yourself and showing up and doing it. And please remember that every time that you silence yourself and you choose to stay quiet and to let fear win, you are building this version of you that isn't true, that isn't authentic. And the longer that you keep building that version, the further that you get from the life that is really meant for you. So tell me, I'm dying to know. What's the thing that you keep saying in your head? You want to broadcast it from the rooftops, but you've never said it out loud. Like, just start there. And you can even tell me first in the comments if you know what I'm saying. All right, you guys, let's cut it off there. Short video today. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Ciao.